called in to a show, and he and I were talking, and I told him that I got married, and the things that he was saying back in school was absolutely right.
And I said, oh, so you be using the N-word? I don't know about that. His first response was very defensive. It was like, I'm never going to stop using the N-word. You can't change me. Nobody can change me. And I said, I just think it's funny that as a black person, I'm telling you that it doesn't make me uncomfortable.
Thailand.
We're in Chiang Mai.
Chiang Mai right now. And it's time to do a long-awaited story time of how we got scammed.
Or the pictures when they come in, it's, oh yeah, my wife was this, that, and the other, and oh yeah, she's proud of me.
You decide in your black ass mind to get on TikTok DM, message me at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, telling me that you want to pay me some money to see pictures and videos of my Piggly Wigglies. Accomplish, the harder it is to date.
I'm TJ and this is Life Lessons. Good morning. Now, okay, the video I posted a couple of days ago with the two females in the Uber. Several of you posted a picture of someone and kept referencing this person. Kevin Samuels. Do you recognize anybody in this picture? That's Kevin Samuels. Next to me. No, we did not date. I just cropped out the other friends. It was a group picture I just cropped out. But the reason why I pointed out this picture is because I knew Kevin for over 30 years. And it's interesting because...
You know what's funny? I'm looking at the way he's dressed. This is a long time ago. He was always dressed like that. That man been styling since styling men.
Because when he went viral in 2020, talking to the young woman, the average at best, that just took over the internet. People lost focus. The woman herself said that she was average when he asked her how she rates herself average. So when he recounted that, that's when it fluctuated. But the point I want to make is, going back to the original clip here, is Kevin was saying the same things in the 80s, because this is in 80s, 90s. When Shahrazad Ali came to the University of Oklahoma talking about her book and the male-female dynamic in the black community, I was among those women that were revolting because I'm like, how dare you say that we just supposed to do this, that, and the other, and we're not supposed to get our education, we're not supposed to do this. I was probably, when Kevin would make his references about certain women that he knew back in college, I was probably one of them.
Interesting.
Because I had a mouth and still, but I choose joy. So when he said that men are not, they don't care about how much our education is and how much we make, you couldn't have convinced me of that back in the 90s and 2000s. You understand me? But he was absolutely right. And as a matter of fact, when he had his show, I called in to his show, and he and I were talking, and I told him that I got married, and the things that he was saying back in school was absolutely right.
Can't make this up. Wow. There's been a problem. You know what's been a problem ever since the 80s and 90s? Everybody knows when feminism came in. But yeah, that independent boss queen started in the 80s. It got big in the 80s and 90s. That's why I even mention it. And it's good that she says Kevin Samuels been on it. I got my game from the OGs, right? Because remember that song? Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Dum, dum, dum. You gotta have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. That was her. It was a female like her, looking young like her. Around that time, he was coming up saying that. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. Kevin Samuels probably like, I'm not Ned to that song. Problems.
I'm still me, but I don't have to compete with my man. And what's funny about it is, me and Mr. Randolph have been together for 8 years now. To this day, he never knew how much money I made. Never cared. When we put it together, it's ours. He never cared. But guess what? He makes things happen up in here. And the truth of the matter, technically, I always made more than he did. He never cared. And he knew that. He didn't know exactly how much I made, but he knew I made more. But again, that had nothing to do with what he was doing to be the man of this house, the king of this castle, to make things happen up in here. And my job is to make a house a home. When my baby's home, to make him comfortable that he never wants to leave. To make sure he's full and empty, if you know what I mean. And by his own admission, that's exactly what I do. But you couldn't have convinced me of that then.
Hmm.
You could have convinced, because it's so funny, and Mr. Randolph and I have talked about it. I reached out to him on the online website, on the dating website. And one of the things that he said, even though he put me in his favorites, he didn't reach out to me, and I asked him why. And he said he thought I was beautiful, but when he read, hear me now, all my litany of accomplishments, I'm this, I'm that, I have this education, I'm this, that, and the other. He said he didn't think a woman with all these accomplishments would be interested in a truck driver. To saying, well, I enjoy this. I love taking long walks. I like watching television. I love to this. I was focusing on the things that many women look for in men.
Yeah.
So I was overcomplicating it. And the truth of the matter is I thought that that's saying that when we say the man doesn't care about those accomplishments, that the man don't want you to have them. That's not it. I cannot tell you the number of times that I've overheard my husband, touting and talking about the things that I've done when people see the military flag or the pictures when they come in. It's, oh yeah, my wife was this, that, and the other. And oh yeah, she's proud of me. Proud. I kind of chuckle sometimes when I'm here.
Wow. So this is good to hear, right? Because this is a female who did wrong, took the advice from him later in life, and changed. And if she can do it, so many of you ladies that may come across things like this can do it as well. The ones that come across this video, right? It's on TikTok. You can find it. But you won't listen. You heard what she said? Don't mention what it is you do. Keep that on the hush. Men can care less what you do. All we care about is who you are, what you present to us. If you present to us, you see when she was saying that, she sounded like a man. She stopped doing that.
Hearing them talk to other people. But I was leading with those things.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes down to the breaking it down like a fraction, what makes me a good wife has nothing to do with those things. I don't talk over my husband. I don't embarrass. I'm just not acting a fool. But that's where you call maturity, and being able to accept constructive redirection. So because me and Kevin argue all the time. You hear me all the time. He was like a little brother to us. Like, get away, little boy, pesky little boy. But he was right. Now, let me tell you something. I don't agree with everything, his approach on a lot of the stuff. I don't. And I told him so. Especially when women would come in being respectful, and then he would take it. I didn't like that. And I let him know that.
You see, you heard what she said? She didn't like that. She let him know that. All he did, if you knew him, this is the issue. I got to call her out on this, right? She says he's right, but he called that out too. And you said he did that, right? All he did was give the same energy they were giving. All he did was reciprocate energy. And she still didn't know him. Even though she's backing him up now, she still didn't know him.
But that was against the showmanship part. But the crux of his arguments, and many times, was absolutely right, because those women, those females that were in that Uber would be the same type of woman calling up in there. And then when he would wear him down to a low gravy, then all of us other women want to jump on the bandwagon and go against him. So, rest in peace to my longtime friend. We hadn't spoken, far as been in the same circles of God since several years before he passed. But I still considered him a friend. And when you're right, you're right. Those are my thoughts. What do you want to take that with you?
Heard that. When that man was like that, how he is in that suit, then that's good to see. Let's continue.
Not be fucking with anybody that's not black. And when I say this, I don't say this to be rude. I don't say this to be prejudiced. I'm saying this because of the fact that my whole life I've dated outside of my race. And I've realized as I've gotten older that dating outside of your race sometimes as a black woman really does put you in dangerous situations. Or it would just put you in situations where you have to argue about what you find important or your black experience. So I'm gonna give y'all story time. So tell me why last year I had matched with this dude on a dating app, and we ended up stopped talking. Basically, as fast as we started talking was as fast as we stopped talking because he was kind of like he was kind of sassy. And when I say sassy, it was kind of giving like entitled, like he was deserving of our conversation and certain things. And I'm like, I don't know you, we just met. So that ended. So then we ended up matching again, like this month. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it another try. Maybe we just started off on the wrong foot. So we're texting, whatever, we're getting to know each other. And in the midst of our conversation, I'm like, oh, I'm cooking these niggas dinner. I'm talking about my family. He was like, oh, I like you. And then after that, he proceeds to start using the N-word after that because I guess he felt like that was a go. And I said, oh, so you be using the N-word? I don't know about that. His first response was very defensive. It was like, I'm never going to stop using the N-word. You can't change me. Nobody can change me. And I said, I just think it's funny that as a black person, I'm telling you that it doesn't make me uncomfortable regardless of the experience you've had with other black people.
Whoa, 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 whoa. As a black person, it doesn't make me. I tried to play that one time too. I had some white friends, right? And they tested. I had no problem with it because I'm not going to go crazy over a word, right? But he said it, then he said it again, then he said it again, then he said it again. And he said it repeatedly to see if I was going to get pissed. And I did. I did. Just like you should have. I know you did deep down. Let's continue.
But as a black person, I'm telling you that saying that makes me uncomfortable, and you're basically trying to tell me that my experience is wrong. He said, no, you can't change me. Nobody can change me. And I'm like, I just think it's funny that you're going to say something like that, and I'm telling you that my experience, I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I went on to tell him, I said, I think it's funny how when a black person actually tells you what makes them uncomfortable, you try to negate what they're saying. And it's actually really frustrating because people that are not black typically benefit from black culture in America, African American culture. It's like you benefit from the culture, but when it's time to be black, you're nowhere to be found. It's like when I'm telling you something makes me uncomfortable as a black woman, that's no longer serious to you, but when it comes to using the culture, you're ready to do that. So we decided to proceed the conversation to the phone, and right off the bat as we got on the phone, I was noticing that he was ready to argue. He was already tense, he was already ready, voice was very attitude-ish already, and I'm like, this is not gonna go well. I don't know even why I kept going through with the conversation. And I just want to note that before we got on the phone, he did say something. He was like, okay, black people benefit from Mexicans too, eating Mexican food. I'm like, everybody eats food.
What?
Yes, in America, people are going to benefit from each other's culture, but I'm telling you, we know the truth that a lot of people in America benefit from black culture in many different ways, whether it's style of braids, whether it's clothing, whether it's just style in general, AAVE, ebonics, all these different things that everyone in society uses comes from black culture, black American culture. So when we got on the phone, I was noticing the whole time he was just trying to prove to me why he should be able to say the N-word. But the funny part about him proving why he should be able to say the N-word was literally him putting down black people. So I'm giving him a reason as to why it's making me uncomfortable. I'm telling him why it's making me uncomfortable, and he's telling me why he should be able to say. But while he's doing that, the what he's using to prove to me why he should be saying it is he's basically letting me know why he doesn't like black people, which was very odd to me because he was saying basically, he said black people constantly telling him to go back to where he from, which is black people bully Mexicans, black people don't like Mexicans.
I don't even want to hear a story anymore. Like, you know what I do want to know? Because I think I'm gonna have to speed up the video. How long did you date this man? Because if somebody's talking like that in the beginning stages, I'm sure you will leave him like that day. Like, how long did this take? You're not telling people timelines. We need to know, right? So therefore, your story holds no weight because I understand you're looking for sympathy. I'm not the one to give you sympathy at all. Like it's not connecting to me, right? And she said she'll only be dating black men / women the rest of my life, if I can. Very disturbing. You're gonna be dating black men, so you're dating both. Like it's a lot you're not explaining. I'm being technical.
Black people are victims, so we have a victim mentality. I'm like, I thought you was trying to be proven to me why you should be saying the N-word. Whole time, you're proving to me even more why you shouldn't be anything he could to basically prove to me how he should be saying the N-word because of the fact that, oh, I'm not supporting the brown community as much as he would like me to. But he rode that thing like it was crazy. You're racist, you think Mexicans this, you think Mexicans are racist, you're so racist. I'm like, out of all the shit that has been said on this phone call, you will not let me live over saying all Mexicans when you literally told me how you basically hate black people. I want to post the messages, and I really do want to like show y'all, but I can't do that because I don't want that type of attention. I don't want.
No. You went over to the other side. I say this is what I say to a black man. If he's dating a white girl or a girl from anywhere, right? As soon as he notices that, cut it off. You should have cut it off. But this is how I know black men didn't cause you any trauma, right? Because the reason why black men are doing what they're doing is because of trauma. Or a lot of times it's because they want to. So I don't know why you did it, but if you felt you went through trauma, save it, right? But you can date whoever you want and you can continue to then date another white man if you wanted to. Just choose the right one. That guy was wrong. Get whoever floats your boat, but of course, make sure they're not racist like you went through, and you'll be okay. But let's move on.
Control to my sim life. Just go ahead and turn the shit. I'm already working 60 hours a week, okay? Boom. I just lost my best eater. Clearly, I'm going through a you decide in your black ass mind to get on TikTok DM, message me at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, telling me that you want to pay me some money to see pictures and videos of my Piggly Wigglies. I said, sir, look, I know that scammers don't give a damn about what you're going through, but I promise you I'm going through enough. If this is a scam, please just spare me. Nah, baby, it's not no scam. I really want to pay you for real. I want to see them toes. I'm like, damn, you want to see the toes that bad? I'm like, you know what? Fine. Lay out your terms and conditions. How much you want to pay for the toes? He sent me 7 example pictures. And somebody he want a 3-minute video for $100. $100, bitch. That was my last straw. That was my last straw.
That situation there. You know why she said it's her last straw? She said it was her last straw because I saw in the comments girls were saying he should have at least paid $650, and she hearted it. Ladies. That man could have got somebody else. He could have got a mid-level profile prostitute. Gave it at 100. She would have been happy. She would have took that with a side of fries, a Coke, and a smile, and been excited. You get on the internet screaming Piggly Wigglies and say for $100, look, that's money. For 3 minutes, that's money. I don't think you should be accepting anything like that anyway. I would have rather you say that, but this is what we have nowadays. This is what we go through. Same thing the brother, the Godfather would have talked about. This. The last lady as well.
Thailand.
We're in Chiang Mai.
Chiang Mai right now, and it's time to do a long-awaited story time of how we got scammed. We got scammed. Bad. Okay, I want to make this very fast. I don't want to do too much on the details because the more details you know, the more you're gonna fry. All right. So this day we decided that we want to go see the Grand Palace. So we got in an Uber, but they don't have Ubers here. It's called Grab, and we took it to come to this place called Grand Palace,
which is like the biggest temple in Bangkok. It's like you have to see it when you're in Bangkok.
You must see it, okay?
Yeah, like everyone goes.
Exactly. We get there, we get out the car. Okay, as soon as we get out the car, Amanda's just posted up there. Okay, we think it's an angel sent from heaven.
Just like a Thai man.
Yeah, and he's like, wait, where y'all going? You know what I'm saying? I'm over here vlogging, and he's like, where y'all going? I'm like, oh, Grand Palace. He goes, it's closed
today.
I'm
and
like,
we immediately believe him. No,
hey, what are you laughing about?
Close friend. For sure.
Wait, yeah, you can post that. I don't care.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, he's just basically telling us that the palace is closed and that we can't go see it. But
and the reason he used was because the princess has actually died sometime last week, probably over a week.
Yeah, actually, the princess did die. Yes.
He said, "Oh, Grand Palace is closed because the princess passed away." Now, this is true. Like the palace was closed, which
we didn't know.
We didn't check because we're not
we're not being
thinking smart. But this scam tactic is always used, and they always say Grand Palace is closed, and usually they say, "Oh, it's a Thai holiday," or something.
Or it's an hour off for prayer.
I think, yeah, exactly. And he got lucky that I'm not lucky, but like there was an actual reason it was closed, and it's actually closed. But he was part of the scheme.
Exactly.
We believed him. We didn't check.
Exactly. I posted the part already, or the entire vlog. We got scammed. You'll see a guy writing down a plan for us. Okay, and
yeah, so he tells us it's closed, and he's like, "But here's what you guys should do instead."
And writes up a whole plan.
He
just had it on him,
which makes no sense because he has it on you. And he's like, "Okay, go here first." You write something down. And then he said, go here last. Write another thing down.
And then also keep in mind that he said he's an English teacher as well, which is why he has such really good English. But just know that after this, people told us that any Thai who speaks really good English, you have to stay far away from them. Yeah. Okay? Because they're trying to scam you. So basically, we follow his entire plan. He happens to have a random tuk-tuk driver posted up there who he calls over and he's like, wait, y'all don't know how to speak Thai? Do we look like we know how to speak Thai? Like, no, we don't speak Thai.
So he lied and he was like, oh, it might be hard for you guys to get around with a tuk-tuk driver because you guys don't speak Thai. And then writes it down and writes it in Thai as well to give the tuk-tuk driver. And it was like, obviously we don't speak. He's like, y'all speak Thai? We were like,
do we look like we speak Thai?
Obviously
you're playing with us.
Like, very American.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
And then he hands over this tuk-tuk driver the card and it says 80 baht for the entire day to take.
And that's cheap as hell. What's 80 baht in dollars?
That's like less than 3 USD.
Insane. Like you're gonna drive us around. Like that's so deal. And so we get in the tuk-tuk and we just go off on our day. We're thinking we just got saved. Like people in Thailand are so sweet. Like whatever. Not saying that they're not, but that was like part of the scam. Okay. So then now we're on our way to the first temple. I'm convinced
it was a temple, but it was super small and
it's not real. I mean, maybe it's real. Maybe it's real. No offense.
It was a little temple, but it was super small and there was just better to see.
There's way better to see in Bangkok with our time. He played with our time. We got there. I'm over here kikiing with Boy. His name is Boy, okay? The tuk-tuk driver's name is Boy. And he's a XY chromosome. You didn't clock that. I'm thinking, yes, Boy is a name. But he was playing as... He probably panicked when I asked his name and said Boy. Like, equivalent of me saying girl. That's a problem. Okay, so then we get to the temple. We tour it. We don't even get a tour. We walk around.
Yeah, we don't get a...
We literally loaf the entire compound on our own. It's hot. We're sweating. We climb. I mean, the whole vlog's already posted. Just go take a look at it. At this point, it's time to move to the next location. We go back, and Boy is following us. He not in a weird way, but he's our driver for the day.
He's making sure he doesn't lose track of us.
Exactly, which is very strategic.
And then he takes us back to the tuk-tuk, which he moved. So we parked somewhere near the entrance, and then he parked under, and then he moved the tuk-tuk and parked under this garage thing.
Alongside other
tuk-tuks. And he walked us over there, and then the three of us sit. And then right after we sit, he goes, okay, guys, I need 5 minutes to use the bathroom, grabs tissue from the tuk-tuk, and goes to the bathroom.
Like number 2 in that. Oh my God. Okay, and then while he does that, there's a man just sitting, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, so where the tuk-tuk was parked, it was right next to another tuk-tuk that was facing this way. So we're facing forward, and he's facing backwards. So he's sitting in the back of the tuk-tuk.
And it's so strategic, so he can look at us.
He can look at us
while he's talking. I didn't even think about that until now.
So and then we just assume that he's a tourist.
Exactly. A random guy who we just happened to stumble upon, okay? Yeah. And we sit down. I don't talk to him. Usually, out of us 3, I'm really the one to approach a stranger. And I probably would have on another day, but I was...
Yeah, so this right here, a perfect example why when you're traveling, you plan your own itinerary. You do, right? If someone stops you and says, "Oh, I have this deal," no matter what country you're in, search it. Search it first. Because you heard what they said when they said, "Oh, well, we're not thinking to check this, and that." You can't do that as a tourist going anywhere, right? So definitely, no matter where you are, Thailand, Philippines is a little more friendlier. I did have problems in Thailand too when I was out there, but this doesn't usually happen, right? They saw victims on their face and they tried, and they will try you. So be careful, but make sure you plan your own itinerary and search these places. Contact the Grand Palace yourself or find a tour guide that does the Grand Palace. Because if you meet somebody on the street, woo, they'll get you. But the wild thing with this, they didn't even say how much he charged. I was waiting to hear like he charged us 2,000 baht. I would have said, "Oh, they ripped you off." But maybe they're gonna say it at the end. I don't know. But I'm gonna end the story here because it was too long, and I'm not hearing details I need to hear, right, to give some good advice. So, but yeah, guys. Other than that, I just want to thank y'all for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe. Other than that, peace out. See you next video.